Our first guest is Chad Hedrick. He is known as the fastest man on skates, the first man in history to skate 10,000 meters, which is about 6.21 miles, in under 13 minutes. He has 5 medals from the United States Olympics between 2006 and 2010. One of them in 2006 in Turin, Italy, is the gold medal for speed skating. He now is a real estate professional. He calls his team from gold to sold. Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Hedrick. Hey, Chad.
Hey, good morning. How are you today?
It is awesome. So you have quite a few accomplishments, so many. I want to encourage people to Google you and look at some of the things that you've done and the mindset for success, and now you're doing that right here in the Houston area in the real estate profession.
Yeah, it's been quite an adventure coming from sports into real estate, but a lot of those qualities that I learned were imperative to succeed in sports have transferred very nicely into the world of real estate. As you would imagine, there's in both walks of life a lot of competition, both in sports globally, and then with the number of realtors here in Houston. That's I almost want to laugh when I say it, but yeah, it's been an incredible ride so far, and Gold to Sold Group is really bringing Olympic excellence to the world of real estate, and that's kind of our focus is really just being able to emulate those things that got me to the top on the podium there for Team USA, and be able to do that for my clients now, and basically give them the victory now.
That's right. And in fact, you use the word competition. That may be one of the first things to hit upon, but also to know that just in the Wall Street Journal the other week, we talk about the amount of realtors there are, and this is the National Association of Realtors. There are now nationwide more realtors than there are homes available to buy, I read.
Yeah, it's kind of the flavor of the week. Everybody looks in and they see a hot market specifically right now, and they want to get involved, but there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, and really, the top 10-15% of agents are the ones doing the majority of the business, and I like to think that I'm part of that. But yeah, it's a very difficult, challenging business, like many others out there. But when you have a lot of top tier agents that you're competing with, along with part-time agents who are, doing it to have a supplemental income, it really muddies the water a little bit. But also at the same time, it really differentiates who's the real professional and who is there doing it, as a secondary income.
And there's no doubt about it. Competition helps, whether it's sports or real estate or any business or anything. Competition brings the best out in us, or it has the potential to do so if we handle it correctly, right?
Yeah, I've always been somebody who believes in what I do, and puts the effort and the time into becoming, having a real craft. And if I sat here and told you that from the beginning in real estate that I was super confident, I'd be lying to you. There was a lot of times where I compared myself to other people who'd been in the business, for a long period of time, and having high expectations for myself. But at the end of the day, all you can do is, wake up each day and try to be the absolute best that you can be, and grow each day. And that's exactly what I've done over the past 4.5 years. And, it's been apparent with my business, and, I've just been really, really blessed with great clients, a lot of loyal people who support me and believe in my business and who I am as a person and what I offer. And it's been incredible. And I'm hopefully back on the way to the top. There's been a lot of challenging times with a lot of obstacles. A lot of times you want to throw your hands up in the air, but at the end of the day, there's nothing worth anything is built overnight. And here we are, like I said, 4 years later, and I've got something that I'm beginning to smile about and really appreciate those times and that hard work I put into it.
And in fact, I'd like to reference to people about 4 years on September 9th, 2017. It was for our show, it was show number 188. Today, you are on show number 370. And it seems
Wow.
like when we talked to you on September 9th, that was right after Hurricane Harvey. Here we are as we're emerging from the pandemic and things like that. So there's always conditions that take place in our lives and in our business, and we, as you're demonstrating, need to be nimble, and still we can be successful and as we adjust to these various conditions in life and in business.
Yeah, I think, it's really important. I always talk about transitions. Everybody's got specific things that they face in their life, and being able to bounce from one thing to the next, whether it be from a sport into real life or a job transition, or in my case, dealing with transitions where families are moving from a different state or moving from a different city, or the kids are moving to a different school or new jobs or whatever that looks like. It's really important to be able to manage those transitions and be able to overcome everything. And I think, my background in sports and all that, moving into new walks of life, has really been able to help me connect with all of my clients through the transactions, and make them feel comforted along the way with the changes that are about to happen.
That's a great word, transitions. Well, let's tell people about you. You're called Gold to Sold. What a great name. Let's tell people how you approached the real estate profession and how you're helping right now in this current market condition, how you're helping buyers and sellers around the Houston area.
Well, like I said, when I was training for the Olympics, I trained 7 hours a day, 6 days a week. I skated 175 miles a week for several years to try to reach the top of that podium for our country, and I was able to do that. And so, really, that work ethic, that mentality has come with me, and really just thinking about what it took to win a gold medal, and what it would take in the world of real estate for me to differentiate myself amongst thousands and thousands of people. And so I've really just taken that mentality and tried to transfer it into a business. And sometimes, I work tirelessly and may do the wrong things. Or sometimes I wake up and I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. But at the end of the day, I think that background that I have has proven to be effective and valuable to my clients. And I think they see the difference. And I'm ecstatic that I'm able to offer that to them, to be able to just go above and beyond to be different. It's so easy to just fit in this business and just be a realtor, but at the end of the day, it's evident. Your clients see it when you go above and beyond, and you're fighting for them, and you're available, you're communicating well with them. All those things are imperative for them to tell the next person how great of a realtor you were, and that they can trust you. And I think, each client is not just a client. It's a bridge for you to be introduced to many, many people. So for me to have that work ethic on display each and every day is so important to my business, and, honestly, to my name.
That's right. And it's so important as far as preparation. You're talking about all the miles and preparation and to prepare for the Olympics. And by the way, we'll remind people we are talking with Chad Hedrick, Olympic gold medal winner in 2006. But Chad, getting prepared, now you're in real estate. When you prepare for tomorrow, what are some of the things that you do the night before and the morning of your typical, of course there's no typical day in real estate, but your next day in real estate?
Well, you have a you have a schedule each and every day. When I wake up, I have a piece of paper in front of me and I write down the things that I'm going to accomplish that day. Obviously, working around my appointments that are already scheduled, but in between those appointments, around those appointments, I've got things that I set my mind on to accomplish each day. And before we jumped on the call, I just wrote down 6 things here that I was going to make happen today. And if we can do that each and every day and kind of make these targets where you're not just walking around aimlessly and just as realtors, it's very easy just to wait for that phone to ring. Well, guess what? There's about 39,000 other agents that may be doing the same thing, and that phone is not going to ring. So there's things that you have to do daily to prove that you're valuable to clients and that you communicate well and that you have something specific to offer that others don't. And so each day I wake up and I make a plan and I execute, and the next day I do the same thing. And, do you always get it done? I'd like to think I always do, but all we can do is make a plan for that day, wake up and try to attack. And I actually looking here in my office as we sit here, I've got, a list of clients that I'm working with, and I've got a list of opportunities, and at the top of it, it actually says the word attack.
There you
And
go.
that's the mentality. You can't sit on your hands. You got to keep going.
And helping buyers and sellers, give us an idea of, do you do this geographically? I know from a referral standpoint, that is always a key for realtors. You're talking about people being a bridge, the people you meet, the people you work with. But do you work specifically, let's say, I know you live in North Houston. Do you work up there, or you go all over Houston? Let's tell people.
I specifically work my sphere of influence. Those that trust me, like me, want to support me personally and with my business. But more than that, I enjoy working with people that I'm familiar with. That there's already a bond that's there and that they already trust me. And then once I show them my qualifications and what I can do as a real estate professional, the referrals that I get through this network have been absolutely amazing. I walk into new opportunities that I never would have had without these friends and these colleagues, and it's incredible to be able to expand my network, not just for business, but to really become part of the lives that I'm impacting. And as a realtor, you have great impact. This is not only a great investment that they're making, but it's a lifestyle that they're choosing. And this is something that you can really impact their life in a positive way. And it's very meaningful, very fulfilling. And I think for a lot of times after sports, for me, as I found a career, there were a lot of things that I felt were just transactional. And I think the relationships that I'm building through my business and how I'm impacting their lives and the responsibility behind it have created a lot of meaning for me personally. And it's been a great ride thus far.
Indeed, and real estate applies to everything in life. Also, we want to tell people your group is called From Gold to Sold, but you're part of a big organization, a very distinctive organization in real estate, Compass Realty. Let's tell people a little
Yes,
bit
I
about
just
that.
joined Compass several weeks back. When I thought about real estate, and I thought about my background and as an Olympic athlete, we had coaches, we had physical therapists, we had nutritionists, we had, you know, all different parts of this machine, this finely tuned machine that made it possible for you to go to step to the line and perform to the best of your ability. For many, many years, 4 years, excuse me, not many years, but 4 years, I was part of organizations that were good organizations. But when I was offered an opportunity and qualified to become part of Compass, I saw all the tools and resources that were already at the tip of my fingers that I didn't have to invest time to create. And that value alone helps me realize that now I can just focus on my clients intently, and I don't have to worry about a lot of the small things around me in order to perform well and execute deals and get deals done on behalf of my client. And it's been incredible so far. I'm glad to be part of the organization. It's the who's who of real estate here in Houston, not only here in Houston, but across the country. And I'm glad to be a part of it. And I know it's going to be an incredible asset to my company and to my clients. And that's why I made the move.
And Chad, before we close the segment, what else would you like people to know about what you're doing?
Well, I just, I am very, very, I didn't realize how passionate I would be about real estate. And I think that passion comes just because of the relationships that I'm able to build and continue to meet new faces and make new friendships and stuff like that. But man, I'm ecstatic to be here. We're in an incredible market right now, and I'm always available to chat real estate, all things real estate. And if anybody ever needs anything, I'll promise you there's nobody that'll work harder for you than me. You can find us at www.goldtosold.com. And if you need anything at all, I'd be more than happy to chat, see how I can serve you. But man, I'm just very, very thankful for business, for the market, and for these loyal clients, friends, and referral partners that I have. It's been amazing.
Goldtosold.com. And Chad, if someone wants to give you a call, what should they do?
Yeah, you can call me anytime at 281-832-1033. I'm always available. I take a lot of pride in answering my phone because I know what it feels like to call a realtor and get a voicemail. So it's intently my goal to be able to pick up the phone without being discourteous to other clients, of course. But all the calls are important, and I pick up every chance that I can.
And one more time, that number is
281-832-1033.
Chad Hedrick. Thank you, Chad, for being on the show from goldtosold.com.
I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for having me.